I'm here at COP30 with Bertrand Piccard. He's the chairman and the founder of the Solar Impulse Foundation. And Bertrand, you came here to the COP with new reports. And what do you want to achieve with these new reports, and how are you planning on spreading them?
The first time I brought solutions, it was not enough. So I brought profitable solutions, and it was not enough. So I brought business cases, and it's not enough. So now I bring a new way to invest and finance the efficiency through a third part. And that's something that we have made together with the European Commission and the European Investment Bank. You have the promoter of a solution who can go to a client, install the solution for free, because it's an investment fund who is paying for it. So there's no limit. Everybody can have an efficient solution installed, and he will reimburse to the investment fund according to a part of his money saving, because when you save energy or you save resources, you save money. So this is what we have here, energy efficiency, the silent money maker, and we write efficiency with a euro sign, really to show now it's not only a question of being clean, being climate neutral, it's also at the same time a question of being profitable, and that's how to attract the economy and the industry.
Thank you, Bertrand. This is really impressive, and as you pointed out, this is not the first report, but you keep pushing. So how is this report being received so far here at Belém?
When you come with the proof of profitability and the proof of how to fund it, you start to be listened to. Because you are not coming as an idealistic mind who says nature is beautiful, we have to protect it. You come with very down-to-earth solutions that are profitable, with the financial world supporting it. And at the end of the year, we should announce the first 300 million euros for this investment fund as a lighthouse project. And if it goes well, we'll continue and reach 17 billion, leveraging 65 billion to help 350,000 SMEs. So something that is really serious.
This is actually very impressive. So, Bertrand, would you say that energy efficiency, in your view, is the priority here for nations and also cities and businesses if they want to secure their economies?
Efficiency should be the priority, because it's also efficiency of water, efficiency of resources, efficiency for food. If you waste food, you waste the energy that has been used to produce the food. It's the efficiency in which you manage the waste and the circular economy, because if you throw away the resources, it's much more expensive and polluting to make them again.
So let's talk also a bit about adaptation and mitigation. The versus actually, adaptation versus mitigation, because is there still time to talk about mitigation these days, or should we just work on adaptations only?
You will never have me to speak about adaptation. Never. Because I still believe that we can do a lot with mitigation. Of course, some adaptation will have to be made, but not me. I want to bring the solutions to mitigate, to be efficient, to push all the economy and the financial and political world into the solutions and the implementation of solutions that will reduce climate change, that will protect the environment, reduce pollution. This is really what we have to do. Because, it's not only adaptation to climate change. If you continue to have pollution everywhere, just pollution of the air, it kills 8 million people per year. And this is not climate change. So fossil fuels are not only climate change. It's also pollution, it's also loss of biodiversity. We have to act very tangible ways and not lose the battle, not believe that we are losing.
So Bertrand, what is the view of the COP process? And because you said this is I know many reports you brought into this, to the COPs, and now you're just elevating and pushing more and more. So what can you say about the process here? Are you hopeful?
You know what Einstein would say after 30 COPs? He would say madness is when you do always the same thing and you wonder why you don't have a different result. It's ridiculous. Now we have to do the COPs completely differently. It should not be about speaking of how to decarbonize because it frightens everybody. It should be about how to modernize. If you modernize, you bring new solutions, you are more efficient, you're more modern, you are more profitable, and decarbonization will come as the logical consequence of modernization. So if you have all the countries around the table, all the solutions on the table, and specialists would discuss with all the countries which solution would be good for which country, which type of economy, which type of climate, which type of society, which type of government. And every evening, they would go out of the room, speak to the NGOs and say, look, this is what we have decided. All these 100 solutions, they will be implemented. And then the NGOs would say, okay, it's enough or it's not enough. And every day they would come back with implementing new solutions, modernizing the countries, having the support of the ministers of economy and industry who would be participating in the discussions, not only environmental ministers. And you change completely the logic because you give something that is bringing hope, that is bringing progress, that is bringing success, and not something like today, which is bringing sacrifice and a lot of spending and cost of money.
I heard you speak about this shift of terms in Paris during Change Now, and I was very inspired, and I actually quoted you on many occasions on this. But do you think this is actually feasible to change the process?
Yes, because I learned that as a pioneer, nothing is really impossible on the long run. You need to change the way to act, and then you will have completely other results. And things that seem impossible become completely possible. And when you have today the backlash against the environment about climate action, it's a huge backlash. Why are we experiencing that now? Because the narrative that was perceived about ecology was sacrificial and expensive, boring, and degrowing the economy. Who wants that? Nobody in the world of the economy and the politics. So now they got united against not against. They got united around the banner of the Trump administration to say, you have been threatening the economy with your climate action. We don't want climate action anymore. So it's exactly the right moment to go back and say, we heard you. You don't want to sacrifice the economy, and we understand it. So now here is how to support the economy, make more profit by being more efficient, because if you save energy and resources, you save money. You will sell all the technologies to be efficient. You'll sell that everywhere in the world, and you'll create new jobs because you need people to implement it. I think that's the language that we have to address. Our opponents are maybe not completely wrong. They have been scared by the wrong narrative. Let's bring a new narrative that is optimistic.
It's fascinating, this sort of completely different way of looking at it, but I enjoy it. So Bertrand, you're venturing on a new adventure. You've had several. So could you please sign us off by telling us about this new adventure?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, when I flew around the world with the Breitling Orbiter 3 balloon, it was non-stop, but a lot of emissions because I was burning propane gas. Then with Solar Impulse, it was zero emission with a solar-powered airplane, but there were 16 stopovers. There is one flight that has never been achieved in the world and in the history of aviation. It's non-stop, around the world, zero emission. And this is what we are trying now to achieve with the Climate Impulse project. It's a liquid hydrogen plane, green hydrogen produced with completely renewable electricity. And we will carry this liquid hydrogen at minus 253 degrees, minus 253 degrees, close to the absolute zero. And we have to keep it in very well insulated tanks for 9 days, because the flight around the world non-stop will be 9 days. So we're in the middle of the construction, and I hope that one day I can use this plane to come to a COP.
That would be amazing. Well, it was always amazing talking to you, Bertrand Piccard, and best of luck with your all the things you're achieving. Thank you.
With pleasure. Always with pleasure.